Hello there, good morning. Welcome to another edition of Knocks to Nuggets. Of course, my name is Oluwayomi Ute. It's such a joy to come your way today. Were you in church yesterday? I was. And with nostalgia, I remembered this. So growing up, I knew this was the way to go on Palm Sunday. Now you're wondering, where did this woman find this from? Oh, I was in a very wonderful event, family event, if you know, you know. And the Palm Sunday was just reenacted in such a beautiful way. And it just took me back to my very young days and how we would run to church, palm front, and all of that. Such a beautiful memory, such a beautiful time. And I'm just wondering out there, I don't know who is there. What kind of legacy are you giving your children? May is coming and it's the month that we talk about children. But for now, good morning once again. Thank you for joining me in this wonderful edition. I don't take it for granted at all. I truly appreciate your joining. I just want to ask you to do one thing: like it, share it, pass your comments, and subscribe. So every time I come on, you will just be notified. Thank you, Hilda. Great background. Oh, I'm in such a wonderful place, and I have company with me today, but I won't show you the person. So just keep guessing and let's have fun. So for the last 2 weeks, we had spoken about preparing for retirement, and I had a wonderful friend and brother on the call, Fred Amobi, and he gave us such huge nuggets. And he kept talking about savings, about investment, about preparing for your retirement. If you will recall, one thing I said was to ask yourself, what kind of retirement do you want? When you know the type of retirement you want, then you know how to plan for it. But then he said something that I want to remind you, that the best time to start was 20 years ago, but the next best time is now. So have you started? What's your plan? What are you hoping to achieve? Hope, I know, is not a strategy, I know, but hope just keeps the spirit alive. But beyond hoping, act. Act on that which you have listened to, that which you have read. But today I want to talk to you about the journey for financial success. And I'm so excited because coming your way in the next 2 weeks, 2 Mondays from now, will be my darling friend and sister, BMG. And she'll be talking to us at that time on estate planning. So when you have done all and you are doing your savings, what do you do with your money? How do you ensure that you retire right and happy? That your retirement years are just years of rest. So BMG Binta Max Benije will be with us on the 12th of April. Of course, you know the time. 7:45. I talk about estate planning. I have a whole lot coming for us in the month of May. We'll be talking about parenting today. And I have another dear friend coming up, Victor Olumuyiwa. You need to hear it. If you're a young parent, you're welcome. If you're a grandfather or a grandmother, you are also welcome. Parenting is not just for the immediate parents. Everybody is a parent. Even if you don't have children of your own yet, parenting, you need to learn it. So what are we talking about today? Is the journey to financial independence. So I want to talk about the cash flow quadrant. And thanks to Robert Kiyosaki that came up with the cash flow quadrant, and it thoroughly explains it. And you then understand where Fred was coming from. So we're going to be looking at the cash flow quadrant today. And that is it right there on your screen. Now, for most of us that went to school, we were taught to go to school to get the good grades so we can get a good job. And it's so good. It's so beautiful to have a good job, to earn the 7 figures, the 6 figure, the 5 figure monthly income, to earn in dollars and pounds, in Japanese yen, in French franc. It's so beautiful. But are you guys going to stay with a job? Now, when retirement is approaching, a lot of us then think, let me get myself a business. And we have exchanged being self-employed to being a business owner. They are two different things. So many people now, they open their own businesses, they incorporate it, and then they are self-employed. Now look at this thing very well. I know you can see it on your screen. You move from being an employee where you have a job to being self-employed where you own a job. Did you notice job is still showing forth in both? You know why? All you have done is change employers. So you have changed from A, B, and C Limited employing you to employing yourself. Now, if you look at this table, there's the left side and the right side. The left side where you have the employee and the self-employed, and the right side where you have the business owner and the investor. The goal of every single person is to transit from the left side to the right side, to transit from being an employee or being self-employed to becoming a business owner and ultimately an investor. Remember, Fred said it and I re-echo it. If you cannot earn while you are sleeping, you will work until you die. Warren Buffett actually said it. If you cannot earn while you are sleeping, you will work until you die. How do you earn while you are sleeping? It's by being an investor, where your money is beginning to work for you. As a business owner, the system works for you. Whether you are there or not, the system works. As a self-employed, you work for yourself. Now, what exactly is the difference in all of this? It's yes, all of them are nice ways to produce income, but one is linear. The employee and the self-employed is just linear, while the other, the business owner and the investor, lives on leverage, and that's where you have your residual income coming from. And your retirement age, what you need is actually residual income. Now, as an employee, you have a job, you exchange your time for money. So 22 days or 21 days or whatever days make a month and you get paid. So every day you go to work, you have at the back of your mind that at the end of the month, I get paid. It's not about how much you get paid, it's the fact that you get paid. But I want to draw from what Fred said last week and 2 weeks ago. Yes, you have a job, but can you take on a mentality of being a business owner? What do I mean? See your total salary as your gross income, and from your salary, pay yourself. Now, if you are able to do that, you'll be transiting from the left side of the quadrant to the right side of the quadrant. And I will expatiate a little more than further. As a self-employed, what am I saying? Yes, you have the skill. Everybody loves you, but people would come to you because of you. So let's take a doctor, for instance. You're a medical doctor. You can also be a medical entrepreneur, where you have chains of hospitals, and whether you are there or not, your hospital is running. Question: are you self-employed or are you a business owner? If you have a hospital and people will only come to that hospital because of you, and when you are not there, they don't come, then you are just still self-employed. So you have a hospital, you have that beautiful place, but if you do not come to the hospital, the patients come, they ask for Dr. PY, she is not there, they carry their bags and they go. You are just self-employed. The day you stop working, money stops coming. But when you build your hospital in such a way that it has a structure, that whether you are there or not, you could be in the Caribbean, on the Hawaii, Honolulu, wherever, having fun, on the beach, lounging, and money is still flowing in, then you are no longer self-employed, then you're a business owner. You know why? You have set up a system that is working for you. You have set up a system that is delivering for you awesome rewards. But then I said something and I really want to emphasize. You can transit from being an employee to being a business owner and an investor. You can transit from being self-employed to be a business owner and an investor if you only use one word I call discipline. Now, let me tell you a bit of my one story in my life, not a bit of my story. You can't hear it all. So I recall at the time, my pastor would always say, all of you should own businesses. And I would stand up and I say, sir, we are all not called to be entrepreneurs. And I would say with every air of pride and boldness, I didn't know it was arrogance and stupidity speaking. All of us cannot be business people. Some people must work for the businesses. But as I grew older and grew wiser, I discovered that yes, you can have a job, but if you will learn the principles in the Bible. Interestingly, it's in the Bible, and I will show you before you think I'm talking heresy here. If you learn the principle of the Bible, you will learn to pay yourself. And when you, okay, so you earn 1 million a month, 1 billion a month, 100 million a month, it doesn't matter. Learn to pay yourself. Oh, I just earn 10,000 a month. It doesn't matter. Learn to pay yourself. And from the leftover that you have refused to touch, you can begin to invest. And that is where BMG is coming up to talk about estate planning. When you are putting money aside, what can you do with it? The truth of the matter is this: savings is the lowest form of investment. What you can do with a naira or a dollar today, you cannot achieve it with a naira or a dollar in another 3 months. Why? Inflation. Your $100 today is probably going to be $98, $99 in another 2 months. And by the time the year is over, probably going to be 97 and 96. You've lost money. So really, savings is good, is the place to start, but it's not the place to live. So you can start with savings, but don't live in savings because your money will diminish in value. Savings is the lowest form of investment. So as an employee, learn to pay yourself. As an employee, learn to put something aside. I know I learned a lot from my pastor, who is interestingly also my boss. I have that privilege. And he will say to you, I remember when I saw him, said, like, we have so many things to do, I can't even save. And he says, no, save first, then apportion the rest. And I'm wondering, save first and apportion the rest. Yes, Charles, it's not just a savings account, it's a shavings account. So true. Because it didn't just shaves your money like that. And what was 100 million becomes 99, 98, 97. Before you know what's happening, it's actually worth 60 million. So it's not savings truly, it's shavings account. I know when he said that to me, and I said to myself, really? And God showed it to me in the scriptures. True, the Bible is total, the Bible is complete, the Bible has it all. You might not believe it, but I'll show it to you. And I saw this in the scriptures, Genesis 47, 23 to 24. And I want, yes, it's not a Christian, it's not a church, but let's learn from the Bible. Every management principle comes from the Bible. Let's look at it. It says, then Joseph said to the people, so if you want to know the story, go look for it, and says, behold, I have bought you this day and your land for Pharaoh. But here is seed for you. Take that seed as your salary. So, and you shall sow in the land. Don't eat it all. And it will come to pass in the increase that you will give a fifth of it to Pharaoh. Pharaoh here could be a type of God. Take out 20% of your income. So I'm a Christian and I will preach tithing till tomorrow. Pay your tithe. Give your tithe and take 10%. With the remaining 10%, you can give good offering, you can donate, you can do a whole lot. So, but the fourth part, which is 80%, will be your own. But it didn't say it's your own to eat. Look at it, said it will be your own for seed of the field, for your food, for your household, and for your little ones. Did you see that? Even in the 80%, God is saying to you, from the 80%, take 20% out for savings. And that is huge. So that's the Bible. You can't know more than the Bible. I'm sure you know. That's the Bible. It's saying to you, save. Until you have something in your saving, you can't invest. So BMG is coming to talk to us about estate planning. But for you to have something to plan, there must be something in the kitty. Oh, you mean you don't understand? The economy is so tough. Everything is going up. Investment, save. Save. Find something to save. Save something. Start, okay, 10% I can't afford. Do 5%. And from 5%, graduate to 10%. From 10%, you find out that you're getting to 15%. Everything is not a dear need. You can do without some things. You can do without that new Ankara. You can do without that new skirt suit or that new suit. You can do without that new perfume. You don't have to go beyond your means. What you cannot afford from the remaining 80, don't do it. You've got to just push yourself. It's discipline. Remember, the best time to start learning this is 20 years ago, but the next best time is now. So what do you need to do? Save. Yes, understand 10% of whatever you earn is not yours. Don't even think it as yours. And then pay yourself. Your salary is 100,000. Tell yourself, of this 100,000, I've taken 10,000 out as my tithe. I've taken 10,000 out as kingdom investment. So I have 80,000. Of this 80,000, I'm going to take another 10,000 and invest it. It looks small, 10,000, but you do it next month, it's become 20. Next month, it becomes 30. By the time you're in December, you have saved 90. When opportunity comes and they say you need to deposit 90,000, you have it. And you can take advantage of the opportunity. Opportunities are everywhere. It was, I think, Oral Roberts that said, they asked him, if you're going to die today, what will be your last word for the church? And he said, every day opportunity is coming towards you, and every day opportunity is passing you by. So learn to save. Yes, recommendation is 20%, but you can grow. You might not be able to do it at once. You are just starting. Start from the 10. From the 10, get to the 20. From the 20, you even do more than 20. And when gifts come, when bonuses come, don't think of the next list to buy. Don't think of the next holiday to go for first. Ask yourself, what can I do with this money? Ask yourself, what do I need to do? What can I do? Remember, our cash flow quadrant. You are an employee today, you have a job. Take from it and become a business owner through investment. And from being be an investor through investment. And from there, you can even become a business owner. You can start up something. I'm looking forward in the next few weeks as on Knocks to Nuggets to bring somebody on real estate, somebody on incorporation, somebody on different agriculture to come talk to us about the opportunities in these sectors. Opportunities abound. Question is, what are you doing? If you are eating with your 10 fingers, retiring right might be a tough call. So yes, you want to retire. Yes, you want to enjoy your retirement, but the journey to retirement starts today. If you've taken nothing from today's edition of Knocks to Nuggets, remember, employee and being self-employed is not the place to be. Find your way to cross to the right side of the quadrant where you can be a business owner and an investor, where you can have a business with a system that works and where your money also works for you. When you get to the point where your money works for you, then retirement will be sweet. I know that God wants us to retire happy, to retire healthy, to retire wealthy, but we've got to play our part. So don't forget it. Mark your diary. Tell your friends. April 12th, 7:45 a.m. BMG will be here talking to us about estate planning. You don't want to miss that edition. But next week, Monday, I'll be back. We'll be digging deeper into these issues of savings. And I know that God has somebody particular in mind. There's so much we can do when we know how to use the free monies that come to us. Yes, any free money I get, I save. So I'm putting that on your screen so you keep seeing it. It's Knocks to Nuggets. It's 7:45 is April 12th. BMG, we're talking about estate planning. For everybody who has been on this call today, I want to tell you a big thank you. It's been awesome having you. And thank you to my hosts. You can't see her. She's right behind the scene, and she's just been a wonderful encourager. If you have her around, you are sorted. It's awesome to belong to a beautiful family. I'm so privileged to belong to one. So see you next week, Monday at 7:45 on Knocks to Nuggets. And don't forget it, share it, like it, and subscribe if you are yet to subscribe. But don't forget, if you forget every other thing, don't forget this. Together, we win. Have a wonderful, wonderful week ahead. God bless you. Bye.